Okay, so hello, Esther.
Hi, Sarah.
Hi. Thank you for joining me. This is our Priestess to Priestess chats, meeting you as a modern day priestess and helping everybody hear a little bit about your journey and what it means to you to be a priestess and how it's helped you in your life and your business, and just allowing everybody to see that there's nothing strange about us. Hopefully not too strange anyway. And then we're just, ordinary women with ordinary lives, but we've made decisions to connect with life in a different way.
Yeah.
So before we begin chatting about that, would you tell everybody a little bit about yourself? Introduce yourself.
Yeah, so I'm Esther. I run a business called Aurora Shine, and that I work with different modalities in supporting women finding their own inner light and their own empowerment. I've been down that journey myself, still ongoing, and always probably will be. But yes, I'm here to definitely here to help women as well with finding themselves and when they've been through difficult times and times where they've lost their own spark as well. I've got a daughter who's 8, so lead a very normal life with all the school runs and all that kind of thing as well. And I do have a part-time job as well, which I'm desperate to get away from, which a lot of us do in this line of work as well. But yeah, I live a very, very ordinary life, but the priestess work is the magic, and yeah, and that's what drew me to this journey.
Yeah, so we met actually for the first time quite a long time ago. How many years ago?
Yeah, 2015 maybe.
Yeah, so it's about 5 years ago, and you took part in the diploma in flower and vibrational essences. So that was our first part of the journey together. You were already a wise woman already, knowing things about crystals and Reiki.
Yeah.
I met you. So what drew you about the priestess process?
There was something about it. I remember when the first one came up, I was doing the Empowered Healer course at the time. I thought, you know what, I don't know if this is going to be a bit much to do. So I decided to finish the Empowered Healers, and then when the next Priestess course came up, I just got drawn straight to it. It was just a feeling deep inside that this was what I was meant to do, and this is the work I'm here to do on this planet, is to be a priestess. And to hold the energy that the planet needs. The planet needs so much light at the moment. And I mean, just as we, when did we start this journey now? Was it January? I'm just trying to remember that. January,
March time.
it was March.
We're recording this sort of autumn
it was March. So obviously, just at the time of the first lockdown as well. So it all felt very, very relevant. This was definitely the time to do this. It's just something that calls and you can't resist it. You know that you need to do it, and it will keep calling you until you move towards it. I've always been so drawn to nature. I've got a great respect for the planet, for Gaia, for the natural world, and I knew that coming onto this, that doing the work would lead me deeper into that, and to look at ways I can help to support the planet and all of us who are walking on this earth at the moment as well.
So, yeah, indeed, priestess words you are saying there, absolutely. So tell us a little bit about how being a priestess and taking the journey has helped you and support you. I wouldn't say maybe it has changed your life. You can talk about that if you want, but the words that I'm being really called to ask you is how they've supported you in your life, what it's added to your life.
What it supported me in is realising who I am. I thought I already did until I started this process. It's doing shamanic astrology and going that has been a big thing as well, and I think it's made me realise that I'm one of the sacred warriors of this planet, a peaceful warrior but I'm here to do warrior work. So I'm here to be frontline. I'm here to stand up for the vulnerable. I'm here to stand up for those who have got no voice or can't speak up for themselves. And a lot of what's going on at the moment that I see going on around me, I'm here to break down the lies. I see through them, and it drives me insane sometimes. I'm like, do you know what? I'd rather see this truth and be sovereign within me than not be able to see it and just be blinded by everything that's going on around us. It's also, again, reiterated to me that there is absolutely no point in me working for anybody else and doing other work. What I need to do is my real work, and that's my priestess work and my work on helping this planet and helping those upon this planet as well. So that's being away this week and being by the beach. So many downloads came through, and it was all the voices that were saying, you know, it's time now. You're having to face everything as well. It will bring things up, brings up a lot of challenges again. Everything you haven't faced about yourself yet, or you're still trying to process, will come back up again. But you know why it's coming up and what you need to do to work through it as well. There's a lot of self-care, and you hold a lovely space for us all, and the other people who are on the priestess workshops with us as well are also holding that space, and we hold that space for each other. So looking after myself is imperative. I understand that more than anything. So if I have to say no to things sometimes, then that's how it's got to be. If I need that time just to be quiet and just to take some time out or go and lie in the bubble bath or whatever it is I need to look after myself, I'm definitely paying more attention to that. Because if I'm not looking after myself, then I'm not really serving others. And again, that's the thing about the priestess. We're here to serve and here to spread light.
Yeah, beautiful words, Esther. And I know we've spoken quite a few times before, and we know each other and we've met each other, so we've obviously chatted personally, but we've chatted before as well to do with other aspects of our working together. But I'm hearing you speak differently.
Yeah, I bet.
Definitely. There's a shift in how you're sort of not being shy about the words you use or the vocabulary that you use. Yeah.
It's the ability to get off the fence, I think, and just to say things as they need to be said. I'm not mixing my words anymore. I've noticed that I'm a lot more willing to challenge what I see going on and what I don't believe in. I'm willing to challenge people over sometimes their thoughts and views. Everyone has the right to their own mind and their own thoughts, but when you see unkindness or things that you know just aren't right, I'm willing to go in and challenge people about that now. And it's probably something I wouldn't have done before, but you have to be ready to hold that energy and to prepare yourself for that.
Yeah, and what I'm hearing you say, and because the priestess process is very much about self-worth.
Yeah.
And obviously self-worth is a very wide word, and we can talk about it in many ways. But that's what I'm hearing you talk about, is you've embraced who you are, and that you are worthy of having your own opinion.
Yeah.
And standing up for yourself on your own 2 feet, as we say.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, the self-worth thing has come up again recently, actually. Again, within the job I'm doing at the moment, something came up that would have at one point made me go, oh no, I'm just not good enough. And then I thought, hang on, no, you are good enough. You just might not be in the right job right now or meant to be doing this. So I thought, don't lower your own self-worth again about this or go down that rabbit hole of thinking that you're not good enough, because you are. And yeah, I've gave myself a bit of a talking to, and it's definitely helped. So I know that's something that has come up over and over again in my life, but I think I'm getting to that point now where I'm starting to move past it. So hoping that lesson won't need to come up again, but you never know. It comes up as it needs to come up. But yeah, I know what I'm worth now, and I'm not willing to accept anything less, whether it's relationships, work, friendships. Yeah.
Yeah, beautiful words. Well, with all of these things, we're always all works in process. When we're in a body on this earth, and we're working in process, basically. But we tend to find that these things just don't hang around as long as they did, because we're aware. As soon as we become aware, we can kind of almost break the spell.
Yeah. It's physically as well. I want to look after myself more. I've just restarted my jogging and doing couch to 5K to kind of keep me on track with that. I don't smoke at all anymore, which obviously I struggled to give up smoking for a long time. I've completely stopped it. My body doesn't want the toxins. And it repeatedly told me it doesn't want them until I got to a point where my sinuses were just so sore. I thought, right, you've got to stop. That's it. And alcohol, I don't really want to drink very much anymore, whereas before, quite happily swinging a few back. But yeah, even that's changing. And my food, I started to go a bit more towards dairy again, eating a lot of cheese, but I've pulled away from that again and gone, no, I don't want to. It's not really doing my system any good. So yeah, it's physically as well. You become very aware of what your body's doing and how it's feeling. And again, it's if you think you're worthy of feeling well, then you need to do something about it and improve your diet, improve maybe exercise routines, just things that make you feel good.
Yeah, and I think it's what I've become increasingly aware of myself as I hold, because obviously I've been through this process myself and now holding space for others, so I get to repeat it again and again and again, which is all good for me. But I start to see that for any, like dietary or exercise aspect for us to change, which I think everybody would get that on some level, what we're actually looking at doing here is, if we think of an iceberg, the actual changing our diet or whatever is just the tip of it. What we really need to change is what's underneath. And then it becomes much more sustainable and long lasting.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. And all of this is just, it's all built, and it's all been quite gradual as well. Then all of a sudden it goes bang and you think, and you start to realise a bit more as to why things are happening and why you feel certain ways. But yeah, I do feel supported by this process, I've got to say. We've all been through our times with it. There's a lot of ups and downs, but just having that band of people there, those women there to hold you, it makes all the difference.
Yes, it's a very felt thing, isn't it?
Yeah. Very much so. Very much so.
Well, thank you, Esther, for coming on and sharing
No, thank you.
today. Is there anything else you'd like to say before we say goodbye?
I think to anybody who's drawn to this process, it will be life changing. It will change you as a person. It will probably change your business as well. But it's all for the greater good and all for the higher good, and it'll bring you into your sovereign self. And a lot of people who want to follow this journey will already be partway there anyway. But this just binds everything together. And I know I will definitely want to move on to the next part of it at some point as well. But yeah, it's just a really exciting journey to go on. And it brings so much together.
Thank you for sharing your beautiful sovereign self with us, Esther. It's been really lovely to hear. To hear the shift in you. I hear it. I can feel it in your system. Yeah, so thank you very much.
And thank you, Sarah, as well. Thank you. Thank you for having me to talk on here.
Bye.